Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager. This is episode number 7, and it is Pro Cyclist mode. We're a stage racer. In our first year of competition, we are just 19 years of age. Our current ability rating is 69, so we have a long ways to go. Today, along with our equal teammate, Sheldon, we are given both the leader-outsider roles. So both of us have a shot today. This is a single stage, single day race, and you can see from the profile that it is quite punchy. This is Sunvolden, and we have a slight edge on our race day condition with our mountain and hilltop climbing given +1s, but at least without negatives. We have a small chance today, at least, at potentially fighting for a top 10 on the stage. Alright, well, while the getting is good, we're going to get to the front. Just a small climb here, so as soon as we come over it, we should be able to get ahead. We're going to stay in the field here for a while and speed on up towards the competitive part, that bigger climb near the end. Looks like we've picked up Morton to protect us from the wind here as we ride near the front of the field. Now we got a handful of small punchy climbs here early on. It's 155 Ks to the end of the race, so this is not the longest race, but it's definitely not the shortest either. With a field of 128, we have 127 in the peloton. We have a breakaway of one rider today, so one poor brave soul has gone off front by themselves. And we'll have to deal all alone with the elements and these climbs, as they are not going to get any help today. For the field, what that means is we can ride a whole lot slower, which means a lot of riders are actually going to conserve energy as we go along, which is probably not a good thing. So I'd actually rather have a group of at least 4 or 5 riders that can be away for a while, but still be easy enough to catch. But at least we'll make the field work a little bit harder at catching them, and therefore give us a better shot towards the end as the lead group would get smaller and smaller. No doubt about it, though, even with only one rider off front, we will not finish with a peloton of 127 riders, or 128 if we do happen to catch that solo rider. But we got knocked back pretty quick there. Oh, it's a pace thing. Ooh, what? Field got split there for a little bit, so I'm going to slow things down a little bit, and we need to work our way up this field. What the heck? Okay, so riders are actually racing pretty hard in this race today, knowing that it's just a single stage race. And the peloton's actually already down to 49 riders. Looks like the group has been caught, but if we're only halfway through and that many riders are struggling to keep up, this will definitely not be... There you go, the field has split again, even without, or I guess just over that little climb. Looks like one more rider is trying to break off the front to reestablish a new breakaway with that overall leader. Probably going to be caught fairly easily as he's been all alone over those series of climbs. So one more rider is off front now. We've got a pretty good sized climb coming up here in just a moment that we're about to start climbing on. Here we go about right now.
Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
So this is one of the 3 biggest climbs the rest of the way. Definitely punchy. We're above 7%, but none of these climbs are too severe. Biggest climb still yet to come though, but again, it looks like it's not that steep, just maybe a little bit longer.
The deficit is being cut back. We've got just 1/3 of the race left to run. Now's not the time to give up.
Energy-wise, we're in pretty good shape. Some of the riders are trying to push that tempo a bit though, so this peloton will begin to break up. Morton is hanging on.
This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
So good job for Morton to offer us protection. We're finally over the secondary climb. Now we have that one big climb will be the next one up, and we should be right in position where we want to be at the front. Surprisingly, the peloton is actually still splitting, even though it looked like it was on the descent when the split occurred. But some of those riders have caught back up to us. Peloton's a lot smaller than it was though, and those who are catching up on the back are spending a lot of energy in order to catch up. You can see how easily we didn't even need a climb to break back off. So it looks like Peloton is down to about 20 riders, and we're heading into that biggest climb of the day here right now. It's just 20 riders up here. One thing that is a concern is my water level. We might have to grab water ourselves here at some point. Morton's busy offering protection, and Sheldon is also set up as a solo leader, so Morton would be the only one to go back and get water, but they're busy at the moment. Alright, we are heading up this steepest climb. We did get up to 12% there for a moment.
The group is slowly thinning out due to such a frantic pace.
Group's down to 18 riders, but it looks like we actually just got caught by another group, so we're definitely not riding that hard. And there you go. The fetch water bottles is an issue. Morton has dropped off, so maybe it's because he's going back to get water. He's definitely at the very thirsty stage right now, so hopefully he'll be able to grab that water and catch it back up on the descent here. I liked it better when it was 21 riders because it would have been easy for me to grab water myself, but now at 44 you got to drop back in the group a bit more. Morton still does not appear to be coming with water. Can I tell him to get water? Nope. Alright, just a few steep but short climbs left to go on the stage. Water's still an issue. Now I've reached that thirsty point as well, and nobody has gotten water yet. I'd really like it if Morton would do that. That should be his job right now. Looks like I'm going to have to drop off myself to do that. Alright, I'm going for it. Sadly, I'm having to drop to the back of this group here. There's Sheldon, who's holding their position. There's Morton. And again, see, Morton should have been getting water. And now I've got to slide all the way back to get myself water. And now those two climbs are coming up ahead, and now I'm in the tail end of the group, right at the base of the climb. Not where I want to be. I've got myself water now. I may or may not bother with Morton and Sheldon, but at the same time, I want to get right back to the front of the group. So I've got to watch my energy level. Here comes the climbing. It looks like I've got Morton taken care of. As long as I'm in the middle of this group, I shouldn't be burning too much energy, so I should be able to take care of Sheldon here as well. I'm right on his tail without burning my energy. Come on, don't do it, don't do it. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm burning energy for no reason. I should have just let him go, because now I've got nothing. Now I need to hold my position and hopefully get over the top here without getting dropped. So Morton, this is your fault, man. You're supposed to be protecting me, and you didn't do that. Part of your job was to get the water. Group's down to 33, but here you go. I'm getting split because I wasted all my energy to go get water myself. So massive failure from my teammate. leads to my own
10 kilometers
demise.
to the finish line.
I should have not bothered with Sheldon, but I was trying to be a good teammate at the same time as supporting myself. So I am getting dropped here. I have recovered a bit. I am in this group just off the back, 11 riders behind the 21 at the front. I do have Morton with me, so we are actually back level with the group right now on this descent. I should actually be able to catch up to him, so I still have a chance here. Sheldon's gone thirsty, but he's just going to have to deal with that. I'm not going to try again. There we go. Okay, we're on the descent. We did recover fairly well. I want to actually push up a little bit. So Morton, let's move to the front here.
We're into the last 5 kilometers.
All right. So I'm up by the front. We have 4K to go. We don't have a lot of energy. Why are we dropping back all the way here? I wanted to be up front. 3K to go. We're about to hit that last climb. Way too strong on the attack there. And here it goes. All right, I'm going to use my energy gel. And we're going to push to the front. Morton's going to use up what he's got to protect us. It's not going to last long, but he'll give us a little bit of a go here. 1.5K to go, and a lot of riders are starting to drop off. Let's see, there's a group of about 7 at the front, so we're about 8th or 9th wheel right now.
There we go. The sprint is on. The riders are setting themselves up.
Last half a K, and we're bent. We're out of energy now too. We're sitting about 8th place at the moment as we come up towards the finish line. Now 7th.
A great win in the sprint of the strong
So
man.
it looks like we might pull off a top 10 here.
The riders bringing up their rear have made it through sheer willpower. This stage was a real strength sapper.
Come on. Can we hang on? 7th? Yes. Okay, we got 7th on the day. So we'll take that. Small victory. Again, right now I'm kind of pushing more for top 10s than I am for stage wins. I mean, we've had 2 wins total in our career so far, but we're not going to get a whole lot this year. So 7th place on the day, not bad, especially after that water incident near the end of the race, as we were definitely desperate for that water and would not have gotten to the end without making some sort of move to get water. I mean, you can clearly see that Sheldon, who just patiently waited in place, was outside the top 10. Well, we spent all that energy getting water, trying to get back up to the front, getting off the back because of all the energy it took to do that, and we still managed to get in the top 10. All right, well, top 10 finish on a single
Now for the race highlights.
day race should grab us at least a few super prestige points. So we continue to move in the right direction, and definitely better than we were early on in the year. Team Boss is looking at us a bit more positively as of late too, as we've been given these later outsider roles. There you go, progression. We're about halfway through level 10 now. Manager progression decays over time. We were at 91% at the end of the last race, and we did not add 2, we added 6%, so we had a 4% decay from the last race. Valuation is very good. Alright, we've got another race 2 days from now, so we're going to head right into that race. There's one more first day of next week as well. We may or may not be able to get to that one on this episode, so we'll definitely get the Berner Rundfahrt race. I believe this is a Belgian race. Oh, Swiss. Okay, so we're going to be in Switzerland for this race. So taking a tour through the European countryside, and both of our top 2 riders are going to be there, so we're probably going to be set as a teammate, though we might be given a chance to breakaway in this race. Looks like we have one double hill to climb 5 times with this looping course. Vetkov is just seen as an outside favorite, almost certainly going to be given the team leader role today.
Hello and welcome. The profile of this race is quite flat. Expect a fast pace from the peloton. The race will take place in beautiful sunny conditions.
Right, and the verdict is free element. Okay, so we were given the free element role, so we are going to take advantage of that, and we're going to try to get away. We'll hit that breakaway and see what we can do. Our last breakaway was a success, largely thanks to us.
It's an attack!
But as a result, we finished at the back of the group because of the efforts we made to get away from the field and stay away from the field itself. Alright, so it looks like we've got 7 riders off the front. 4 of us are bunched up already, the 3 just behind us. We're already more than a minute ahead of the peloton, as they definitely were not racing hard.
The lead rider is now more than
For
2
some
minutes
reason,
ahead
that
of the peloton.
second group of 3 riders has not caught us yet. There they go. And we're already letting off on the pace as we're far enough ahead of the group, 3 minutes ahead. Peloton has 117 riders. We're already nearing the top of our first climb of the day, and we're going to race hard and fast towards the end, see if we can't get 3 races in. On this episode. The second part of the climb, we are up and over, and we are now descending before we're going to make the return up the loop next time around. It looks like the loop goes around the same way each time. There's that finish line, and now we're starting our second lap of the day, and we're already about to begin that climb again, so we're working pretty fast right now. It looks like we are probably the strongest climber of this group, as we seem to be going straight to the front whenever we climb, meaning the other riders are relying on our climbing ability to help pull us over. Good thing for me is if we happen to still be up at the front at the beginning of the 5th climb, I could actually probably ride straight away from the group if I still have enough energy to do so. Alright, well, it looks like we've been given a 4-minute reign, but it's actually already being closed back down as they've gained 45 seconds on us just in the last 10 kilometers or so. So this group's really going to have to pick up the pace if we are going to stay ahead and have a chance on the breakaway. Looks like we're at about the halfway point in the stage. We've got that last false climb. We are halfway through the breakaway objective, so we might not actually get all the way through to the end, but the group is racing a lot harder, and a huge crash in the peloton involving every single member of our team. Alright, here we go. 4th time through, and now the lead is out over 4 minutes again. So we really put pedal to the metal there for a little bit, and really got away from the group, and we've just reached our breakaway objective just like that. We are still 3.5 minutes ahead after that big crash that at least took out our entire team. I don't know about everybody else, but it certainly affected my team, and it seemed to have also given us enough to get ourselves away as we needed. So I've gone ahead and collected water for the last time today, which also saved me that turn as it was about to be my turn next. Good save of energy. We're on that descent right now, so when we go up that last climb, as we are 3 minutes ahead, and we are very fresh, I think I will try to push it and see if I can't break away from the group here on that final climb and go for the win. Though it might benefit me to wait to the last little punchy climb, but I don't know if I'd be able to get far enough away from the group there. So, unlike in the previous races today, I think I'm going to go for the win.
You've just got to hang on.
And we're almost there now. We're about to begin the climb. I'm going to wait till it gets a little bit steeper, and then we're going to try to push away. Alright. We are up to a slight climb now. Just... there we go. 1%, 2%, 3%. Not quite there yet. 4%. Okay, it's about to get steeper. Almost 5. Not quite. Not time to break away yet. We're already nearing the front. I think once we get about second wheel, we're going to take off here. Conditions good for the day. 3 minutes ahead. Here we go. Here's the steeper section. Okay, we're actually not breaking away at the moment. Now we're on front. There you go, 10% grade. We are off the front. We are pulling away. We've got a 17-second lead as we go over top of the climb.
There's less than 20
I don't think that's
kilometers
going to
left
do
to
it,
ride,
though.
and the gap is still more than 2 minutes. It's going to be a question of sheer willpower.
Okay, going into the false flat here after this short descent. This will be that last little climb, and then it's pretty much all descent from there. So we have 30 seconds on the groups. They actually did drop off. They weren't able to keep up with us. We were able to get away from the field. In fact, one of them weren't even able to keep up with the group, as they've already dropped off over a minute behind. So we are well ahead of the peloton. I have one small climb left to go. I might use my energy gel now. We're burning up our energy. I might just race as hard as we can, but I'd like to recover a little bit on the downhill. For now, we're going to go as hard as we can, and when we hit that last drop, we're losing it. Just like that. I didn't have any energy left. Here we go, and we're caught. Final group of 6. This last little climb, I didn't quite have enough energy to make it, or I burned too much trying to get away from them anyway. They spent a lot of energy trying to keep up with me, but I definitely overspent my energy getting away from the field. Here's the descent. If I can just stay with them, I might recover a bit here on the descent. And have a little bit left for the end. Looks like we're about to split group. Nope, we're just hanging in. We're not recovering energy though. Thought we might recover a little. Now it's starting to recover. Apparently we just weren't enough into the slipstream. We are now, but we're just 6Ks from the end, and it is going to flatten out here in just a second. 5Ks from the end. There we go.
5 kilometers remaining.
Sprint energy's back. Now we're starting to get the more necessary medium sprint energy, the stamina piece. So we're going to have just a little bit to push, but we've only got 3K to go. But you look at the other guys, look at their shoulders. They are hurting just as bad as we are. 2.5K, they're pushing way too early for these guys that are tired. I'm going to wait till the final K. See, they just used up everything they had. It's not over yet. Here we go. Okay, sprint is on. I'm not full on pushing yet. All right, now I'm going to push. Looks like I can maybe get top 3, top 2. Can we win? Can we pull it off? And we do! We get the win! Fantastic victory! I had just that little bit left in the tank. The rest of the group was beat, especially trying to catch back up to me. I used up my energy too, but I played it smart on the descent. Just hung out the back of the group. I recovered just that little bit of energy, just
Tailenders are still coming in.
enough it seemed, because I was definitely not at the front of that sprint. It was definitely not about the sprint. That one was about who had enough gas left in the tank. And even though I had been running on E, I didn't hit empty until the finish line, just in time to cross the line first. Great victory today. That will definitely provide a boost, because unlike our last win, it's not just a stage. This one is for the race. So we're going to be on top of the podium. Great run today.
Now for the best moments of the day.
And all it really took was just a small handful of little punchy climbs. That breakaway definitely made the difference. It also did us in, but it also did them in as well. So what energy I ran out of, the rest of the chasing group, it used up all their energy as well. And I just recovered better than they did. Here we go for that finish. Look at that. 4 riders. That is as close as it gets. It's like a true sprint finish, even though none of us were sprinters. And you can see the field there coming around that final corner. Here it is. One more look. Helicopter view. We come over the top of that racer. We waited just till the end. These guys all started their sprints earlier than we did. Here we are coming around that final bend. 4 riders all going for the end. You see the one on the left and the one in the middle, both running off at the end. And 115 and I were the only ones with any juice left in the tank. And I just outraced him. All right. Excellent. Yeah, we settled the sprint. We won a sprint. All right. Well, good on us. All right, well, we got the exposure, so exceptional. First in the standings, exceptional. 43 points of progression. Excellent job there. That's a real boost. And the manager is very satisfied with that. We're up to 97% now. That is our 3rd career victory. And let's see where that puts us in the standings. Timing-wise, that has put us out. You look at the overall standings, traditional Chris Froome, Kwiatkowski at the top, Peter Sagan, Uran, Richie Porte, Christoph, Wout Poels, Michael Matthews, Alejandro Valverde, and Geraint Thomas round out the top 10. Team Sky looks like they're in their normal dominant form, and we looking at Super Prestige now. Gotta be moving up a bit. There we are, 58 places of progression, up to 56 points overall. So that is now 11 points scored on the Decathlon. Again, it's a divide by 5. So 11 points overall. Still a really low total for the Decathlon itself, especially when Mastery will be 1,000. But we are just racing down in the Continental, and even wins like today's win are against low competition, so it's worth a low amount of points. So it's going to take us moving up to the World Tour stage in order to start earning some serious points in this Prestige. And even at the Continental Pro level, there's a lot more points on offer than there is where I am. Big thing is we're making progress. We've had 3 wins now. But it's going to be at least next season before we actually start seeing some serious points being scored. Well, that does it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So, if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my road to the record.